Okay, here we are. It's Saturday morning. Time to go around town with me, Don Eubank. Around town with Don Eubank. So what is this? This is our Saturday morning yard sale program. So we tell you where the yard sales are in town and how many. And today, people are not back into the swing of it yet. So we have three. And, well, let's see. One down in Lebec, 501 Chimney Canyon Drive in Lebec. Another one here, multiple family yard sale. They got antiques, primitive textiles, clothing. They're going to have a silent auction, so when you go you can bid on something, then they'll probably let you know in a couple of days if you got it or not. And it's a multiple family household goods today, tomorrow, it's Sunday, today's Saturday, right. Okay, they're out in Lockwood Valley, 17478 Lockwood Valley Road. They even got a phone number in here, so you can give them a call and find out what they got and how it's going. So another one, we have an estate sale over in PMC. Saturday only. Today. Rain or shine. Well, the sun is shining. Started an hour ago. And it'll keep going till everything's gone. 1428 Lassen Way. They got furniture, tools, and household goods. So if you've got a yard sale, you have to email me and let us know where it is. But if it's over in Arizona or Michigan, don't bother. Okay, now, here it is, November the 21st, almost Thanksgiving time. So, whose birthday is it today? Well, in 1921, Vivian Blaine was born. She was an actress, a singer, in musical theater production, Guys and Dolls, as well as appearing in the subsequent film version. 1927, Joseph Campanella, an actor. He appeared in more than 200 television and film roles since 1955. That guy's busy. 1944, Harold Ramis, another actor, a director, writer, and specializing in comedy. Very good. I remember seeing him once in a while. 1945, Goldie Hawn. Hey, that sounds familiar. An actress known for her roles in television's Roland Martin Laugh-In. You remember that? Now that was a good program. I like that. They ought to bring it back. At least do some reruns. 1956, Sherry Jones. Another actress known for the movie Signs in 2002, The Village, 2004, and The Perfect Storm. That's where that big fish ate everybody, isn't it? The Perfect Storm? I think it was. Okay, and that's the last one here. Nicola Sheridan, another actress. She's on CBS primetime soap opera Knots Landing. And Eddie Brett in ABC's drama series Desperate Housewives. So that's our birthdays for today. You know, they go back, clear back to 1700, but nobody knows them people. So I don't bother with them. What happened in American history? Back in 1620, the Mayflower reached Princetown. The ship discharged the Pilgrims at Plymouth on December the 26th, 1620. So I guess they decided not to stay at Princetown, so they went up to Plymouth. Okay. Another one here. In 1789, North Carolina became the 12th state to ratify the U.S. Constitution. 1871, M.F. Galath, or Galathi, patented this cigar lighter. Big deal. 1877. Thomas Edison announced the invention of his phonograph. I got one of those old phonographs. I'll have to bring it up and show it sometime. It was one that has the big horn, goes way up on top. I don't think they call it a phonograph. There's another name for it. Okay, let's skip a few years here. 1922, Rebecca Pelton of Georgia was sworn in as the first woman to serve as a member of the United States Senate. Good for her. 1942, the Alaska Highway across Canada was formally opened. I don't remember that. 1963, here's one I think we all remember. You know what you were doing when this happened. President Kennedy and his wife Jacqueline arrived in San Antonio, Texas. They were beginning an ill-fated 2-day tour of Texas that would end in Dallas. I was cleaning our swimming pool when this happened. Wow. 1980, an estimated 83 million viewers turned in to find out who shot JR. Yeah, I was on the fire department then, and we were watching. It was on CBS primetime soap opera called Dallas. Kristen was the character that fired the gun down in Texas. 1980, 87 people died in a fire at the MGM Grand Hotel Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I remember this one too. We were at the fire department that day. So that's our American history for today. And I think my engineer over there has got an extra little program for us. So go for it, Robert.
During what months of pregnancy does a woman begin to look pregnant?
September.
To name something you wouldn't try even once. Matthew.
Sex on a train.
Sex on a train? No! Funnily enough, our survey people didn't come up with that one.
Something a burglar would not want to see when he breaks into a house. Rob.
Naked grandma!
Naked, huh?
I don't want to see that either.
Real or fictional? Name a famous Willie.
Willie the Pooh?
Hi, Kathy.
Hi.
You know John?
Yes, we do.
Doesn't she have pretty nipples, pretty dimples there, John?
Gentlemen, tell me, what is your favorite part of our newlywed game set? Jim?
Probably wife number 2.
Name a piece of clothing wives buy for their husbands.
Halter tops.
Edgar.
Fish love? Sorry.
Jenny?
Wish list.
Name something you feel before you buy it.
Excited.
A vegetable you marinate.
Grapes.
Name something you might buy that could turn out to be phony. Yeah, a horse. The dreaded phony horse gag. Name something that can kill a lively party. A gun. The most romantic sounding musical instrument.
Drums.
Name something you might accidentally leave on all night. Yes.
Your shoes.
Name something people take with them to the beach.
Turkey.
The first thing you buy in a supermarket.
Turkey.
A food often stuffed.
Turkey.
Describe these words that begin with the letters S-T-A. Go.
Oh no, I'm sorry. With the knife, I stab.
We asked 100 people to name a game you can play in bed. Steve.
I Spy.
Ice.
Something you squeeze.
Peanut butter.
What would be the ideal everyday temperature? Everybody, disrobe. 98.6. Survey said, Dale.
People, your time starts now.
A group of pill pushers?
Name a yellow fruit.
Orange.
Name something that comes in pairs. Fred.
Bananas. Oh, yeah.
We asked 100 people to name a famous author. Kenny.
Shakespeare.
Arthur Shakespeare.
Name something that follows the word pork.
You pine.
Huh?
You pine. Pork pie.
Gentlemen, other than popcorn, what is your favorite thing to nibble on at the movies? Steve?
I'm gonna get shot. Her boobs. I don't know if you...
Name a part of the body that gets bigger as adults get older. Freddie.
Penis.
Name something a man has that he'd be upset if someone else used it.
How about his jockstrap?
How many decades will your husband say his mother has lived? Gloria?
10 decades.
10 decades. Gentlemen, how many decades has your mother lived? Daryl, you have a troubled look on your face. What's the matter?
Oh, I don't know what a decade is. 44th birthday, so she'd be...
Good.
It's 4 years a decade. She'd be 10 decades.
10 decades.
Something usually done only once a week.
Make love. Tell me a slang term that means wife.
Bitch.
Oh, good answer. Name something you wouldn't want the police to find in the trunk of your car.
Pickles.
Name something a teenage boy can do for hours at a time.
Masturbate.
Something that has to warm up before you use it, sir.
How about your wife?
Mary Beth prayed for snow on her wedding day.
Yes, I did. It was 32 degrees and no snow on my wedding day, but I had 8 inches on my honeymoon. So.
Name a part of the body everybody has only one of. Sarah.
Big toe.
What will your husband say is his favorite thing to squeeze in the supermarket? Jane?
I'd say his meat.
Pardon me?
His meat.
Give me a slang name for policeman.
Dick.
What did you say?
Dick.
Okay. May we see what he said? Name a state that begins with the letter M.
Mexico.
We asked 100 people to name a game you could play in the bath. Annette.
Scuba diving.
Something your neighbor has you wish you had?
A beautiful wife.
Name a kind of bear. Harmon.
Papa Bear.
A papa bear, of course. Tell me a papa bear.
Name something London is famous for.
I'm thinking pasta.
Name a question such as, how old are you? Yeah.
18.
No.
I'm not 18.
You're not?
No.
You certainly fooled me. Just a second. I'm going to read the question. Name a question such as, how old are you? That you might answer with a lie.
I would say 50. Did I understand it right?
No, sweet Elizabeth.
I didn't understand it.
Give me another sort of question that you might lie about.
I would say I'm 39.
Most of the electricity in our home flows from the blank to the what?
From the plug to the vibrator.
What a girl should know about a man before she marries him. You just got it, Lynn. What would you say?
His name.
His what?
Name.
His name.
Name something made of leather? Yes, sir.
A purse.
You're going to be slightly embarrassed when I finish this question. A purse! Name something made of leather that a cowboy uses.
Describe the weather with a word or phrase that would also describe your wife.
Wet.
Wet.
Name an animal whose eggs you'd probably never eat for breakfast.
Hamster.
Hamster. Name something in your house you would yell at if it stopped working.
Probably spouse.
An old woman's breasts.
Things that sag.
Reason you might stay indoors on a beautiful day.
Because it's raining?
Something made of wool.
Sheep.
Police commissioner said, I think Batman and Robin are blank.
Queer.
Name a day of the year when you really want to be with friends.
December.
Name something normally worn only by children. Michael.
Clothes.
We asked 100 women, name something women borrow from each other. Chris.
One another's husbands.
Their husbands. Chris.
Next question, gentlemen. What is the one thing the people on the other side of your street have more of than you do?
Cars.
Cars. Your wife said they have more grass than you do.
Grass. What have you done?
I wouldn't bet on that.
What's the name? A famous robber. Joe.
Cops.
I said, name a time that most people get up. And being the Einstein that you are, you said morning.
When I get up.
Our survey said zip. Now, if that wasn't bad enough,
Wait for this one.
I then said, name a time that most people go to bed. You said, of course, night. Our survey said 2.
You know what is so great about this show? We have talented people like the Ramiro family on our show. Paul is a concert pianist. Steve, what do you do?
I sell frozen bull semen for artificial insemination.
All right, Steve.
How you doing?
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
What's your story?
Well, I'm in young girls' pants. I manufacture pants.
Name part of the telephone.
The bottom part.
One of the 3 bears.
Yogi.
Name something with a hole in the middle. Michelle?
Hole punch.
I know everyone in America said what the audience did. What'd she say?
Okay, fill them in.
You.
No, that's incorrect. I'm sorry. Fill the blanks in order or pick a tile, Chris, whatever you want to do. Okay, fill them in.
I.
No, sir, that's incorrect. Okay. Fill them in.
A.
Wrong. I've never had this happen. It's the first time. Chris?
I know it.
You know it? All right, fill it in.
O.
Yes.
I.
Yes.
T.
Yes.
E.
Yes, sir.
I made 100 people and asked them to name a way of toasting someone. Michelle.
Over fire.
If you could travel to any foreign country in the world, where would you go?
Pakistan.
I wrap rubber bands around my t-shirt and stick it in... Tie-dye? Yes. These are the ugly sandals that lesbians wear.
Birkenstocks.
What was the most infantile suggestion you made to your wife on your first date, Joe?
Why don't you eat something?
All right. Patty says the most infantile suggestion was that she shouldn't be so closed-minded.
I should be looser, you know.
You were loose enough that night.
What country has the highest ratio of doctors to population?
The country with the most Jews. I would say Israel. You have a doctor in every family. It's a cousin, could be an uncle, a couple of specialists.
I'll agree.
You agree with that?
It's Israel. He's right. It is?
Something you wash once a week. Claudia.
Yourself.
Yourself.
Something people close.
Legs.
Man of the world, traveled all over the world. Something Russia's famous for, Bob.
Russians.
Name an animal with 3 letters in its name. You said frog. Our survey said 0. 2 people would have to say that. Something that comes with a summer storm. You gave me the answer. Snow. Our survey said... Remind everyone, to Bob's shame, the answers he gave us, and give me 20 seconds on the clock, please. Name an animal with 3 letters in its name.
Alligator.
Name an animal with 3 letters in its name. You said alligator. Our survey said... During what months of pregnancy does a woman begin to look pregnant?
September.
To name something you wouldn't try even once. Matthew.
Sex on a train.
Well, okay, quite a show there. Robert's mom and dad were on the Newlywed Game, and they walked away with all the grand prizes. And I think they got a microwave oven as one of their grand prizes, and it's still operational. Very good. And the key question that they asked him at the end: what is the last thing that you borrowed from someone?
The first letter of the first name of the last person you borrowed something from. And they had borrowed your car.
Yeah, that's right.
So the answer was the letter D.
Oh, well, I thought they had the answer was, because I was at the show. I was there when it happened.
Yeah. The first letter of the first name of the last person you borrowed something from.
And they both...
And he said, my dad's car, and they said, letter please, and he said D.
And they both got the right answer. Your mom and your dad.
And that made them the grand prize winners.
Yeah. And they walked away with pretty good stuff. Yeah. And that was just a couple of years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Seemed that way.
A long time ago.
Yeah. And Bob Eubank, he's the one that does that show. And I heard just a couple of days ago that they always announce the Pasadena Rose Parade. That's Bob Eubanks and Stephanie Edwards. And this is going to be their last year for doing the parade.
Together?
Together.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think they're both going to retire. That's what they said. And that's too bad.
End of an era.
Yeah, and they don't know yet who they're going to get to do the program. It should be maybe you and your wife. Robert Eubank.
That's all. I want to work 1 day a year.
Hey, that's pretty good. And he spells his name with an S on the end, and I don't. And I did a lot of family genealogy, and my dad always said that the people who put the S on our name, that's a different clan. But I don't think he was right about that, because on some of the old documents that I found, there was an S on the Eubank name. So facts go around. So anyway, we do in town here, we got 3 yard sales. One of 501 Chimney Canyon Road in Lebec, and down out in Lockwood Valley, 17478 Lockwood Valley Road. Must be right on a main highway. You can't go past it. And the other one, the third one, estate sale in PMC, Saturday only. Even rain or shine. And the sun is still shining. So go on out there and take a look and see what they got. 1428 Lassen Way. Furniture, tools, and household goods. And that's about all I can think of today to do our show. And we've had fun doing it, and I hope you had a few laughs with the program. And we'll be back on again next Saturday, 8 o'clock. Don Eubank here.